So in 2021 so far, we've already had the Xiaomi 11 Lite and the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G, which boosted the performance, although both were somewhat overshadowed by absolutely stunning handsets like the Poco F3. But now Xiaomi is back, baby, with the somewhat clunkily titled Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE, where NE stands for nipple ejaculation, or possibly new edition. One of the two, definitely, just take your pick. What you've got here is a fresh, super slim design and once again upgraded performance to cope with anything you chuck at it. But is the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE actually any good? And goddamn, that name just gets worse the more you see it. Well, let's whip it on out of the box, take you on a full-on tour of that hardware and software. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug, subscribe, and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. So what have you got in here besides that 11 Lite 5G NE? Well, you have one reasonably chunky adapter, good bit of USB action. You've got one USB Type-C to 3.5mm headphone adapter, which means, of course, bugger all headphone jack on the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE. And some bits to keep your shiny new Xiaomi blower safe from harm, including a screen protector, and also your favourite and mine, a condom case. And there you have it, that's everything you'll find in the box. Now, first impressions of the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE, definitely already loving this thing. They were not f***ing about when they said it's one of the slimmest smartphones around. It is super skinny. That frame is just 6.8mm thick, and thankfully the camera chassis doesn't jut very far at all from the surface as well to retain that slender appeal. And this thing ain't just skinny, it's super light as well at just 158 grams. It's very impressive indeed, considering this is a 6.55-inch smartphone, and I really love that back-end design as well. You can grab this NE model in bubblegum blue, peach pink, truffle black, or snowflake white, and of course I got white as I am a delicate little snowflake. According to Xiaomi's always entertaining press blurb, this white model resembles a frosted glass surface flecked with shimmer and snowflakes. And I mean, I'm not really sure that that's what leaps to mind when I see this back end, but I do rather like the patterned surfacing, and it's just something a bit different, isn't it? Of course, I can also 100% get why people would really take against this design. It's certainly not for all tastes. And also, Xiaomi's specs weren't specific, but the back end and the edging both appear to be made from plastic. Although up front you do have a good bit of Gorilla Glass 5, so hopefully that should prove nice and scratch resistant, and you do have that screen protector bundled in the box. And in the SIM tray, you've got space for 2 SIMs at once. Otherwise, that second SIM slot can be used for a micro SD memory card to expand the storage. Okay, so Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE all set up and ready for action. And I won't spend too long harping on about the software side of things, because once again, like with all recent Xiaomi smartphones, it's Android 11 with MiUI 12 smothering that mofo and changing it up quite a bit. At least in this latest version of MiUI 12, you've got the apps tray on there, you've got the Google Discover feed, all the sort of staple Android stuff. And then you'll find loads of extra MiUI bonus bits stuck on top of that just to help you get the most from your smartphone. Quite a lot of them are actually pretty damn good. And fully customize the always on display, for instance, and also the notifications edge lighten effect that pops up whenever something like a message lands on your phone. Oh, I'm quite liking the Starlight one actually, that's rather trippy. And the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE seems to use the same excellent edge-mounted fingerprint sensor as that 11T Pro model which I just unboxed. It's actually built into that incredibly narrow power button, but seems very, very responsive, very quick to work. And you do have the usual face unlock shenanigans as well, which again, super responsive. Does seem to work even when you're wearing face masks though, so probably not the most secure around, shall we say. If you want to download shed loads of apps and music and movies and all that good stuff, well, you got 128 or 256 gigs of storage here on the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE, and that is expandable via micro SD as mentioned before, so don't worry too much about bumping up your budget to that 256 gig model. You can always chuck a little extra storage in there later on if you find you need it. Now, Xiaomi certainly hasn't skimped when it comes to the display tech on the 11 Lite 5G NE, because that 6.55-inch AMOLED panel certainly an absolute stunner. You got your standard Full HD Plus resolution, 2400 by 1080, so pretty crisp visuals despite the fact it is a spacious panel. But impressively, you've also got HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision HDR streaming support here on the 5G NE, something that you tend to only find on really premium smartphones, including of course Xiaomi's own 11T Pro. So bang on a Dolby Vision show Netflix, for instance, and you'd be treated to beautifully, gorgeously natural visuals, really sharp contrast, and really lifelike, accurate colors too. There is a wee selfie cam orifice that slightly intrudes on the action when you go full screen, but at least it's tucked away in a corner. That's definitely the way I like it. Bezels aren't too chunky, you've got nice wide viewing angles, and on that top brightness you'll have no problem with outdoors visibility. Because you do get quite vivid output, unsurprisingly on the default vivid modes, but you can go into the display settings and tinker around with the color output, so you can get, for instance, a good bit of sRGB action on the go if you want to do some photo editing. And this is also where you can tinker with the refresh rate as well. As you can see, it's set to 60 Hz by default, but you can bump that up to 90 Hz if you want a more silky smooth experience, and obviously for all your supported apps. Now you've got a stereo speaker set up here on the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE. I've got to stop saying the name of this bloody thing because it takes half an hour. So let's whap up that volume, see if it's any goods.
Galaxy A52s 5G review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers.
Okay, so it's actually a reasonably well balanced stereo speaker output here on the Xiaomi, here on this phone. Yeah, often it's usually the bottom speaker that pulls the weight, but I've got to say on that top volume, not very loud, unfortunately. So if you're trying to watch some bald twat on YouTube, for instance, in a fairly noisy environment, chances are you're not going to hear every golden word coming out of those lips. Likewise, the clarity ain't particularly fantastic either on this thing, so not amazing. And yeah, as I mentioned before, no headphone jack on this thing, so unfortunately that means you're going to have to remember to carry the dongly thing about with you. I'm just going to instantly forget or lose that, which means it's Bluetooth 5.2 streaming all the way. Now let's take a shift here at the performance, and the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 778G chipset, as also found in Samsung's recent Galaxy A52s 5G, so many great named smartphones recently, and also Motorola's Moto Edge 20. Xiaomi's given you a choice of 6 or 8 gigs of RAM with this model. This is the base 6 gig model, and as you can see there, pretty strong scores in that old Geekbench. Of course, I will be thoroughly testing the performance of the 11 Lite 5G NE for my in-depth review, but for now, let's just test it with a good bit of Genshin Impact, see if it can handle this resource goblin game. And of course, as usual, you've got the excellent Game Turbo feature on board, which just helps you to block notifications, channel all of your phone's resources into whatever title you're playing, change up your voice if you're a bit weird. And yeah, it does take a little bit of getting used to. It's not the most intuitive of menus, shall we say. Some of these symbols don't really mean anything at all until you sort of learn what they actually do, but it's definitely great to have. So I had a good bit of gaming action on Genshin Impact, and I gotta say, on those medium detail settings, I did notice the action got a little bit jittery, certainly when you got several furry turds all attacking you at the same time. Things got a little bit hectic, and that frame rate definitely suffered. So sadly, not quite as smooth a gaming experience as I found I had on the likes of the Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G, which rocks the same Qualcomm platform. I did find occasionally the screen wasn't quite as responsive as I would have liked as well. Sometimes it took a couple of taps to swap character, for instance, but apart from that, not too bad. You do have 240 Hz touch sampling, so at least when you're swiping about, it tends to be pretty responsive there. But of course, as with your movies and your TV shows and all that, those visuals are nice and sharp and really punchy as well, so really enjoyed that. And yeah, thankfully that selfie orifice thing is sort of wedged into a corner, so I didn't find that intruded on the action. But I will of course spend a lot more time with the 11 Lite 5G NE ahead of my in-depth review to see if the gaming performance sort of smooths over once it's had a bit of time to sort of settle in and everything. One of the benefits of that Snapdragon 778G chipset is the fact that it's got built-in 5G support. You've got that across both of those SIM slots. And I have found it's a pretty energy efficient platform as well. I got fantastic battery life out of both the Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G and that Moto Edge 20 as well. So I'm expecting the same from the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE with its 4250 mAh battery. And you've got support for 33 watt fast charging as well, but as I say, stay tuned for my in-depth review when I actually get my SIM slapped in this thing for all you need to know about the battery life side of things. Now let's end by turning our attention to the camera tech, and what you've got here is a triple lens setup headed up by a 64 megapixel primary sensor. And as always, if you've used a Xiaomi smartphone before, you'll know exactly what to expect from the camera app. Got all the usual features and toggles and everything, including that AI mode, which can sort of tweak the settings based on what you're trying to shoot a photo of, although it does often produce quite sickly sweet artificial colors. So I always leave that knocked off. But you got the likes of the portrait mode if you want to add a nice little bokeh style bit of blur into your background. Your good old night mode when you're trying to shoot in the dark. You've got 64 megapixel mode if you want to shoot at that maximum resolution. Otherwise it is 16 megapixel photos that you will get. Lots of other stuff that I can't be bothered to list, being just see it there basically. If you're trying to shoot something that's absolutely massive or get a more dramatic viewing angle, then you can always swap to the 8 megapixel ultra wide angle mode. And the third lens on here is a 5 megapixel telemacro shooter if you want to get really, really up close and personal with your subject. And as always, I'm hoping to give this camera tech a thorough going over for my in-depth review of the 11 Lite 5G NE. But for now, here's just a few sample shots that I snapped about the homestead in my first few hours with the device. On the video front, well, it's very straightforward. You can shoot full HD footage at 30 or 60 frames per second, otherwise bump up to 4K, but you are limited to 30 FPS there. And then last up, if you are a fan of taking photos of yourself, there is a 20 megapixel selfie shooter up front on this Xiaomi smartphone. And so far, this also seems perfectly capable. You've got the usual portrait mode, smarts and all that good stuff. So again, I'll be thoroughly testing that out with my mug. So that right there, in a nutshell, is the fresh new Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE. I think I'm just about getting used to that name after several hours of seeing it. Tell you what though, I'm really glad that Xiaomi dropped the Mi bit in its naming conventions as well. Otherwise, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G NE, just no. And so far seems like a pretty tidy little smartphone, some decent specs on there. The audio smart's not too hot, unfortunately, with the lack of a headphone jack, and that stereo speaker output isn't exactly mind-shattering. And the gaming chops weren't as strong as some rivals like the Galaxy A52s 5G, a little bit juddery, but I will be thoroughly testing that out for my in-depth review. Here's hoping that camera tech is a winner, and certainly the display is absolutely stunning. That Dolby Vision support, certainly on a more affordable handset, definitely fantastic to see. If you can't get enough of me jabbering on about phones or Xiaomi handsets in general, definitely go check out my unboxing and hands-on review of the Xiaomi 11T Pro. Jesus Christ, these names. That's live right now as well, and I've reviewed God knows how many Xiaomi smartphones already this year. I've kind of lost track of all of that. But anyway, I'm going to have a bit of a lie down now, so have yourselves a fantastic rest of the week. Please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and yeah, love you.